Welcome back to our channel. We're recording this the day after Pokemon Day, and while we're really excited for all the new announcements like the 30th anniversary TCG sets dropping in October, until then, we're still hunting Mega Charizard in Phantasmal Flames, and today we're opening up a whole booster box to try and maximise our chances. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. We're a small channel and really grateful for your support. This booster box, the reason we picked this one is it came from the Pokemon Center ever so slightly open already. Sometimes they do, like when they run out of wrap at the factory. So it makes sense to open this one up. Here we go. Nice and easy. Oh, that actually feels really good. There you go. Do you want that? All right, cool. Check this out. Let's pop the top gently. Let's open it properly. Pop the top. And hopefully put this down at the back inside. And there we go. Here we are, back on Phantasmal Flames. With the release of Ascended Heroes, I actually can't even get this one open. It's not a good start. I actually thought that maybe people would cool off for Phantasmal a little bit, but it seems like all the little videos that we've done on our channel, we've done some shorts recently. The most popular shorts that we've had have still been Phantasmal. Hey, straight out the gate! It's ultra rare Mega Heracross. Wow, look at that. That's great. I don't have any sleeves prepared again. No sleeves. Hang on. Here we go. Oh wow, that's a great start. Look at the texture on it. It's so nice. Well, that was cool. Straight out the gate. I'm used to having to warm up with a few packs before you actually get anything. So let's hope that this is going to be a sign that we're going to have a cracking booster box here. Absolutely great booster box, I hope. We've pulled so far just one. Oh, illustration, rare Paldean Wooper. What's behind it? Toxtricity. That's awesome. This is a double for us, but it can go in our trade binder. I really like this colour. Look, got the Pokemon Center right in the background there. Absolutely awesome, that one, isn't it? Really cool.
Which game is the Paldean region from?
It is Scarlet and Violet. Neither of us have played that game yet, but now that Switch 2 is out, and we've got a Switch 2, it's pretty cool. Seems like everyone says the best way to play that game is on the Switch 2. Hey, Heracross EX 3 for 3, that's rare, I love it. Okay, nice. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, that's Paldea region. And maybe while we're waiting for Winds and Waves, we could play that.
I still have my hands on ZA Legends, but I think I might start Violet.
Well, the thing is, you actually got to the end of ZA Legends. Nate's been playing really tons and tons of ZA Legends, and yeah. I think it's been out for a few months now, so I don't think it's a spoiler to say that you just defeated, I think, kind of like the final legendary. Every Pokemon game has got a final legendary, so whether that's going to be like Mewtwo or Lugia Ho-Oh or Rayquaza and so on. In this one, it's Zygarde, and you just yesterday caught Zygarde, and it was a really difficult battle. Some of the area attacks. It's funny because it's the first Pokemon game I've ever seen where it's the trainer that faints before the Pokemon that faint. So that was the problem, wasn't it, when we were playing ZA Legends? Yeah,
they really should make trainer potions.
Fire Plume. Yeah, trainer potions. We were doing it, and the trainer keeps fainting before the Pokemon. We could pretty much do like the whole battle with just 2 Pokemon, which is pretty good. Pokemon were at like level 93, but without a potion for the trainer, that was kind of a problem. Toxtricity in that one. We've cooled off a bit here, but it's okay. I'm sure there's lots more to come. Pretty front-loaded at the start there. We had a few packs now with nothing in it, so let's try and get that going again. But yeah, Winds and Waves. Mega Heracross, cool. This is nice. I like these Mega EXs. Yellow text at the top, bit of texture on them as well, which the regular EXs don't have. Not bad, although I think this is like our 4th or 5th one of these. Might be a sign that we need to make a Mega Heracross deck. We do have enough of them now to make a deck with Mega Heracross.
Yeah.
You don't seem super excited. You don't seem super excited. That's okay, because I see it there.
So just today, like 1 hour ago.
What, in ZA Legends?
Yeah, in ZA Legends. I was given Eternal Floette by Tawny. Now that Tawny is the president in my game.
So Tawny is the rival. If you play as a boy, Tawny's your rival. And
And if you play as a girl, then you have someone that looks basically exactly like her, but
but a boy.
But a boy.
Don't know the name. Wigglytuff! How cool is that? And Moltres just behind it. This is the first time pulling Wigglytuff. We actually bought this card for you, didn't we?
Yeah.
This was one of our shorts the other day that that this was one of your pickups. This is our first time pulling Illustration Rare Wigglytuff. It's really cool. This means that I get one too. We'll put it in our binder. Yes! Yeah, phew. I am glad we bought that, otherwise, we'd be having a bit of like a tussle over who gets that one. Oh, I can't get this one open. Cool, excellent. That's going to be another one for our Phantasmal Master set, which we haven't started yet. Got the Voltex binder, but haven't actually started making that Master set. Let's see what's in there. We have time. Spent a bit of time yesterday putting together a Surging Sparks binder. Last week we opened a booster box to Surging Sparks, so it felt like a good time to put some of that together. But we will do more Ascended Heroes. You were just asking in between if we were going to do more Ascended Heroes, because we've done Surging Sparks and back on Phantasmal Flames. I think next week we'll do Ascended Heroes mini tins. Haven't really managed to find any ETBs anywhere. Empoleon EX, pretty cool. Fire Energy. Now we haven't found any ETBs, so we had the Pokemon Center ETB, which if you saw our video from 2 weeks ago, pulled the gold card on that. Yeah, we pulled the gold Mega Charizard. Oh, that was so awesome. Absolutely awesome. Just such a shock. But since then, it's been really difficult to find ETBs at just anywhere actually. Online, they're selling as fast as ever. Haven't found any in any of our local card stores. Oh, Deluxe, Ultra Red Ignition Energy. This is another one that we need. I like these. This is awesome. I really like it when you get like special energies, shiny energies or special energies. This one's got texture on it. That's awesome. That is a really good one to pull. Good thing.
Yeah.
I'm pleased we got that. That's one of the ones where I look at the set, and apart from all the actual Pokemon cards, all the trainer cards, that's like one of the trainer cards that I really like. So yeah, that's a win. Mega Gengar EX. Wow, cool. It's the first time we've pulled Mega Gengar in this set. We've done hundreds of packs. Our first Mega Gengar. We do have this because we have the Mega Gengar deck with the Haunter promo in the front. First time pulling this. It's a great card. I love it. Strange though that the SIR they put in Ascended and not in this set. Feels like it should have been in this set. A lot of people said that the SIR should have been in Phantasmal.
When Garfield evolves, he becomes into Haunter, and Haunter's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty large Pokemon.
And then it evolves again, but Gengar becomes pretty small.
I think it depends where you're sort of looking, like which TV show or which film or which game you're playing. Because I think Gengar is supposed to be quite large actually, but some representations don't just make Haunter seem larger than Gengar.
Yeah.
Because it's not often that you'll see Haunter and Gengar in like the same episode of the anime, for example. But yeah, they're pretty big Pokemon. Cool. Okay, that's halfway through Booster Box. That's 18 packs. Let's see, we've got 1, 2 regular EX, 1, 2 Mega EX, 1, 2 Illustration Rares, and 1, 2 Ultra Rares. So how many is that in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits out of 18 packs. We're a little bit low on the hit rate, but there's still a long way to go. Second half of this Booster Box. That's kind of like a weirdly regimented set of pulls so far. It's like Noah's Ark. The animals came in 2 by 2. 2 Illustration Rares, 2 EXs, 2 Mega EXs. Everything coming in pairs today. Feels like the only pair we're missing then is a pair of SIRs. Chances of 2 SIRs in a Booster Box though, pretty much minuscule, almost impossible. Let alone pulling 2 gold cards in the Booster Box. And I don't want to be greedy. We just pulled a gold card the other week, so not expected to do anything like that here today. But it would be nice to get an SIR. Again, only got 1 SIR out of Phantasmal, and that was pulled at pre-release, which was months ago now, and literally like the third pack is a Dawn SIR.
Yeah.
Got that ages ago. Dugong Illustration Rare, that's pretty sweet. Genesect just behind. It's a double, but it's a great card. I love it. That'll go into our trade binder too. Very nice. Yeah, you can if you like. But I'll give you the pie for now. Nate was just saying he doesn't have a lot of space left in his binder for cards. Although I'm pretty sure you have binders upon binders upon binders, don't you?
Well, you do. You have loads of binders upon binders upon binders that haven't actually been unboxed. So I can pick one of those and see about
Nate is right. We've got loads of binders that haven't actually touched so far because we buy them from Poker Protection. So here in the UK, great company, Poker Protection, and they do deals. If you buy 3 or 4, they give you a bit of money off. So it just makes sense to buy lots of them in one go. Pour Mott there. And a lot of the binder companies recently, Nate, they've been doing like special edition binders. So for example, Vortex is that one damaged that one back there? It's a little bit damaged here. Okay. So Vortex, they've just done a white limited edition binder. I've got one of those, sort of feels like a good one for Prismatic. Mega EX, pretty sweet. It's another awesome Mega. And they've just released what they call like the anniversary binder, which is sort of like they say it's designed for 151. It doesn't really have anything on it that suggests 151. It just kind of, the colours are kind of right. And Poker Protection just did their own white binder as well as pink binder. So we've got a few of those. It just makes sense. They're pretty good. The Poker Protection ones are kind of, in a lot of ways, better because they will store, I think, 540 cards, whereas the Vortex 9 pockets, we do 9 pockets. They only store about 360. So, for example, Destined Rivals doesn't fit in a Vortex binder. Rotom EX, hello old friend. This is our 6th Rotom EX, so it must be a Rotom deck sometime too.
You know the full art Rotom EX? Could you put 4 of those in and 4 of the normal ones? Because they are different cards, but they just do the same attacks.
No, you can't. So the rule isn't about 4 of the exact same card. It's 4 of a card with the same name. So what that means is you could have 4 Rotom from Phantasmal, or you could have 2 from Phantasmal and 2 from another set. It could be 2 from an older set. But it's only 4 with the same name, so they all count. So like Seal, you could only have 4 Seals. Alcremie, you could only have 4 Alcremies. Well, but EXs are different. So Rotom EX is different to just like a regular Rotom. So you could have 4 Rotom EX in your deck, and you could have 4 regular Rotom, and that's fine, because the name is different. Rotom EX is a different name to regular Rotom. That's the rule. It's Nimble Illustration Rare. What's behind it? Reshiram. Cool. We are doubling up a lot of these illustration rares in our collection. I guess we're probably at that point where we've got most of them anyway. That's actually a really good point. I don't actually know how many illustration rares we have now. Let's just quickly check. TCG Player says that there's 13 illustration rares. So most expensive one according to TCG Player is the Meowth, which we don't have, haven't pulled that. Then there's Piplup, which we have pulled. Wigglytuff, which we pulled just now, and we also bought one. Flygon we haven't seen ourselves. Dugong we got, Zacian we bought, Howlin' Whooper we pulled just now. There's the Yamper, which I think we have. Ludicolo, which I have actually bought Ludicolo, so we've got him. Ambipom, I think we've got that. Togedemaru got a couple of those. Toxtricity got a couple of those. And Nimble, which we've got a couple too. So I think for us, it's just need to get Flygon and Meowth illustration rares. Meowth definitely being the most popular because of the really nice Viridian City background. So that's, we need to try and get that Meowth soon, I think.
Let's get that too.
Yeah, okay, so there's no Misty's Pokemon in here, but there is the Meowth. That's the one. Got my sets confused there. I think we talk a lot about doing our Destined Rivals master set, so that's where there's a Misty's Lapras at the very least. And in this set, the illustration rare to get is Meowth. Haven't got it yet, not very expensive to buy. Said about 13, 14 bucks on TCG Player just now when we looked. And I've seen people here selling for about 10 or 12 pounds. So.
Shouldn't it really be like...
Dawn, ultra rare. Wow, that is great. Check that out. That's very nice.
Shouldn't the card say Ash's Lapras, not Misty Lapras? Because Misty doesn't have a Lapras in the cartoon, but Ash does get a Lapras in the cartoon.
That's a good question. Mega Diancie EX, this is cool. We've got this again inside the theme deck, although I'm not sure.
I need that.
Have we actually pulled this before? I don't think we've pulled it before.
I need that.
Usually in the card game, they don't do, like, there's very few Ash cards. There's only like 1 or 2 Ash cards that's ever been released. Usually they focus on characters that are in the video game, so that's why, like, Misty is in the game. She's in Red and Blue as one of the gym leaders, not just the anime. So that's why they usually do that. And upon there,
feels more likely that they should do Ash. Literally, he is the main character and he's been it for about 9 generations.
Well, he was until recently when they started the new series. I want Battle Cage soon. I thought there was the last pack. There's actually 2 more. Okay, well that's good because I think we're a little bit light here, and some of the cards that we really wanted to find today, they haven't come yet. Let's hope that we get something here. Yeah. So anyway, that's why it's missing that brass Flygon. Can't do Phantasmal without pulling a Flygon. Okay, here we are. It's Gengar artwork for hopefully a little bit of last pack magic.
Let's see what happens this time.
Let's see. Could we get lucky? Let's find out. Oh, it's Lombre. Lombre. Fire Breather. Brambleghast. Oh, Chaludon. Toxel Reverse. Suicune Reverse into Moltres. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the button here. To see more of our openings, click the playlist down below. And we will see you
in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.